some habits. This is a cool like way to introduce these elements of the game.
Yeah, because
like obviously like he would be a hunter.
And like getting back between, and it was kind of unavoidable where you had people comparing Ezio to Connor, and
yeah,
these are two individuals that come from.
They're wholly different people. You can't really compare them. It's
no, you really can't especially because of the vastly different backgrounds of Ezio comes from fucking Renaissance era Italy.
So that's the news is an honor.
Yeah, kaya
pilitan ka hore aunaya ang gataksa ne kanehum. Negigas kaya da kesnu sage angkat stedi angena. Onak tis kena su ange. Toka oskenundu ayungenika amadego. Tapoderoro.
Living amongst a that, do take themselves very seriously, and they weren't what you would call jovial, like
not that, at least they weren't devoid of humor, but there was more to them.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody wants to prove us wrong, shout out and comment.
Yeah, like we probably shouldn't talk specifics about Native American culture. It's not one of us is an expert in that particular subject, particularly the Mohawk tribe.
No.
Which Connor is a part of.
Yeah, but
considering that they got like actual Mohawk people to do the voices here, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that they did it well.
They did their homework and their research on this, which brings to mind something I was thinking about earlier when it comes to AC Shadows. But that's another topic.
It is also unfortunately very hard to talk about AC3 without talking about ACs as a whole because of this exact moment in franchise history where this game occupies. Because this was when they pivoted away from Desmond into like their like yearly eternal releases.
Yeah. You can totally get the deal.
I love seeing the skinny cutscene at the tree.
Get your zoom in of that tree texture.
Great texture.
Holy shit. Made for high-res displays. Oh, holy hell. Gosh.
Yeah,
it's weird to think about how, like, Far Cry 3 was the same year as this thing.
The year of the bow.
I think
Tomb Raider was also around this time. It was like the year of the bow.
I think you're right. Oh, no, that game was 2013, a year later.
Okay, so the year after was the year of the bow. Gotcha.
So it was, yeah, that game specifically, the Tomb Raider reboot, was March 5th of 2013.
Okay, interesting.
The game I very much enjoy. I should play those sequels. That Tomb Raider game kind of felt like this is how you would do Metroid in modern day.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, that's just platformers for you.
Getting back to run a arcade in here. I just remember how, like, I would get every Assassin's Creed game for Christmas every year, until this entry came out and I saw the reviews. And this was the first time I told my folks, I was like, I don't want the one that comes out this year. And my mom was like, really? And I was like, yeah, it doesn't look great. And I was, like I said, I was bummed too, because I was looking forward to what they were going to do. But,
I will say now we're getting to the part where this is taking me a little too long. Now that we've done the tutorial, I don't feel particularly strong to continue hunting. Even though
you gotta know how to hunt these animals.
The objective, and because we're probably not going to do a lot during the actual.
We spent a lot of time and a lot of resources on making this hunting shit cool.
And they did. It's just like I'm not a big crafting guy anymore. Like I used to really like that shit. I find that shit tedious these days.
Yeah, like me personally, like usually when it comes to games of like, well, some of the best stuff you have to craft or what have you, and I know the most recent game that I played that did anything like that was Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. But the crafting in that game is not so much like, oh, you just go into a menu and you've got these components and you can throw them together. But that was, you had these components and you went and talked to somebody and spent some money to put whatever. In that game, you know, being as RPG as it was kind of like, okay, if I want this thing, I go here and find it, and then, you know, open up a guide online of like, where do I find this specific component? Oh, I gotta do this, or and again, like, I can't help but think of AC Origins when I enjoyed the hunting and crafting in that game. This game, I think I might have engaged with it enough to be like, I want all of the upgrades, and I want to get my weapons maxed out, all that shit. Got to snare trap an animal now.
I'm just gonna skip that objective. I don't care.
Oh wait, I forgot that was an optional objective.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I was gonna reflex shot something and call it a day.
Yeah, this was certainly a game to where you said fuck those optionals, like, especially in later missions.
Yeah. I did do them once upon a time. It's just I don't feel like repeating that mistake.
Why bother?
Yeah, I'll do them if I'm interesting, but if they stop being interesting, I must stop doing them.
Yep.
And that snare trap objective just got less.
Or, you know,
uninteresting.
or like in the interest of time.
Yeah.
Oh, naawa na. Otku.
Or there. Jeez, Angie.
I'm barely prepared for this.
Quick time your way out of this shit.
Alright, we're out. We escaped from the burg.
Yeah. Out of the village. That... Because I almost thought that's what it was when I saw earlier. Like, you killed that
he
one
is
deer,
doing hidden blade animations without the hidden blade.
Yeah, that's funny.
Which, you know, in fairness, odds of you, like, because we're probably going to get the hidden blade pretty quickly.
You would think.
I would hope.
You would fucking think.
But we're probably not going to do a lot of hunting until we get, like, that kind of gear anyway.
No.
So it does make sense that, like, just use the animation. Don't bother making a one for the young Connor. It's fine. It really is. It really isn't a big deal.
I think if you give a shit about chasing any upgrades or any of this stuff, like, you would do that off stream.
That's an if though.
I'm Jatandi ona. Ayaw siro na jage hoti ni kuhrayanda ne. Tino jera ya ezo de tiena.
Your channel, man.
That depends on like.
Oh niot.
My interest level at the time. We shall see. Because it is some of the best stuff for Connor in the game. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah, because I feel like you got to see more range from him.
Yeah. Because, like, he's focused on revenge for most of the campaigns. He doesn't get a chance to, like, be just Connor. Or doing a good
yeah. Fucking Charles Lee.
I still can't get over just how abrupt the flip is.
And again, I know it can be argued that, well, you see, I mean, there's been so many decades, it's been a decade or so, and it's like,
Indeed.
I don't know, man. It's just the whole thing to where, like, it feels like a contrivance of, okay, look.
It makes you wonder why they bothered making them
If they
weren't going to cash in on that, why bother?
It's like, look, okay, now the story demands this. It's like, why did it flip so much? Well, because we want that to happen in the story. Shut up.
Arahaja zidogane gando ayetiri hune yukiswas saha odisa stasirayanda ne.
Yungwadora zine to na yadewayer hage. Yungwayat do darhe un zino gayera ne de tiswa neda. Danu ne dogat to no dewayere yot deru ayungwa jonha se.
Onujera zitoni yori hawana ne aidawada den
I
hod.
tip my hat to them using this language in this.
And bring actors in who can speak it natively. Pun not intended.
They just have that.
I mean, their village. So why wouldn't they have it?
Luck.
Greetings, Guardian.
Are you
having this ancient
spirit?
Technology? It's like this should.
You may think of me as such.
Like,
Where am I?
You are where you were before. If you mean to ask what it is you now see, it is known as the Nexus. From here, probabilities are calculated so that the proper path may be chosen.
What path?
Yours.
Like, the idea that he could understand anything she's fucking saying.
Well, I mean, he can speak English.
Well, yeah, but oh man.
Avoid. Okay, we're having a fever dream right now. A magical, artifact-induced fever dream.
What have you done to me?
Selected a form familiar to your
I love
culture.
that they give him the
It is
Connor
designed to ease navigation.
You haven't gotten that name yet. He's still
that's
looking to get to
weird.
it.
Yeah,
That's a
We have
that's a
waited
mistake,
millennia
whoever
for your
did something
arrival.
in the scene.
whoops
You-
a daisy.
Who will bring to him the last piece, that he may open the door.
I do not understand.
Nor need you. I sense my words cause pain. But such was not my intention. You are important, child, in more ways than you will ever know. As we speak, forces gather in secret, preparing to seize control of the land. If they succeed, the sanctuary will be breached.
And again, you know, I'll
Trying to
give
give
him
Desmond
props.
the last piece.
I'll give him props for this presentation.
You know what really fucking sucks about this game? Is realizing that it doesn't.
Yours is a special lineage. Past, present, future. Many are connected to
Because the
you,
only reason that
Many
Connor
who have changed
is
the world,
viewable is
who
because
will change the
his
world.
memories are in Desmond's
So
DNA.
too shall you.
Uh-huh.
I have called you
Again,
here
same
that
with,
you
like,
might
the
know
zero
your
up
duty.
there.
Yeah.
You must protect Sanctuary from those who would undo our work.
What sanctuary?
As I'm sure it's
What
probably a little
work?
fucked up if I look at like both my mom and my dad's side of the family. But as we all know,
Maintaining your current
Everybody
course
has
will result
Mongolian.
in a negative outcome.
because they fucking
Premature
die.
access will destabilize the region. Your village and its people will be destroyed.
So he's on a vision quest right now. Effectively. They're using. I guess they're using the artifacts to explain like vision quests and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What am I
like,
to do?
there
You will
were
learn of a
some
man who will
guys
provide additional training.
that, you know, do the whole
Seek
thing
this
of like
symbol.
fasting and then kind of pushing
No
yourself
doubt you
to
have
physical
many
limits until
questions.
you finally.
Time will see them answered.
Yeah.
For now, you must follow. Leading
Follow the
is too late.
assassin. Seek a man that has that symbol, the assassin symbol.
Look for a big letter A.
These are look more like a triangle to me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will give them credit. That's a very iconic symbol.
I mean,
I'll give the
They-
motif designers credit for that one.
yeah, they've made something that actually is iconic, not fucking Watch Dogs iconic.
Well, what about Arnaud's iconic pocket watch?
Fucking what about it? About it, it's like fucking.
You really can't use iconic and Katsui stuff without making that joke.
No.
man. You're really not. You're not allowed to.
Ever since Aiden Pierce's iconic hat.
That was iconic baseball cap.
The fact that I can't even remember his name is Aiden fucking Pierce. 'cause
Radun hage dun got nuwe ni satka tun tiga gari wayarunitstun.
Adun hets wagena duni. Wa garo di rungwe daya jadatka. Agena dun hase o niyo di akande. Tantune tigaro nungwe. Izi na gahanda di tunas. Gariwe si wagaderiandere. Tanu ize gi oni. Arahajo ziza detni gon rizu ne dosa aseri wayena.
Yungwar haratstune ayedewa dun hunjanuna. Nexti da sheri de nise. De hot den ju hage on hunjage danu ya taundo ayungwa da se dun hage.
Ya ka atakitskoda tanu agaderhara dene ayde wa wanda ne.
Wa gunya do dari
We'll get into it
sigi
later, but I also
o wadu
appreciate
era osete.
That they don't ignore
Ohnu jera di
the
dezaderi
historical
wadenyani.
plight of these people.
Aze goya
In this game?
weni daguri huadeni.
For like all
Ya
the
hasa
grief I will
giga.
give Ubisoft, and I'll keep giving them that.
Ase tsaari dina hoda ze saksti kada kunegas. Tonu e dagatka
I'll give them at
tone
least that
gari
credit where, like, they
wayarunitsto.
do
Ne
acknowledge
egi garun wera hawi o yashnena
crimes committed
zinio
against these people.
zizatnista hawa shagoshnena.
Yama.
Because it is a brave choice to have your protagonist be a Native American in the middle of the Civil War. That is actually a fairly brave and bold choice. You have to give them some credit.
Like, coming from, again, as the disclaimer will say, this game was made by various people,
a multicultural team of various religious faiths and beliefs. I have that memorized.
Of course you fucking do. Shit, this was sequence 4?
Yes, because the first 3 were Hatham sequences.
I thought it was like 2. And
Leaving home was harder than I thought.
fuck.
I expected the journey would fill me with a sort of pride, a sense of accomplishment. But whatever it was that carried me away from home soon fled, replaced by questions, and no small amount of doubt. Had I been too hasty? Had I made a mistake? The others in the village,
Again,
they thought this was something I wanted, something I chose to do,
his
but it never felt that
Yeah,
way
he
to
did a
me.
great job.
No,
I do think
it was not a choice. It was an obligation. Because if not me, then who?
Been given. But that's a scripting problem. That's not really a problem with the acting.
Yeah, like any of the beef I have with his characterization or anything, that falls.
It is largely on the script.
And to be fair, I say this as as someone that reviews My Little Pony for TV, we can, when we talk about like problems with writing and script, there is more than just the person who writes a script, especially when it's doubly worse for video games.
Yeah.
Because writing for video games is way more screwed up than any other medium because
there's so many other things that feed into it aside from just like the story.
The nature of making these things, and there are like so many things from a script that gets cut, that can't be used, that needs to be added in last minute. Like it's fucking wild. So like trying to look up like who wrote this script, and trying like you can't put all the blame on them.
Also, like in Ubisoft's particular like culture, this game was made by like 20, 30 different studios.
Yes. Which
so like it is almost impossible to fault any one person.
Nope. Like it.
For better and for worse.
Like again, it's the old adage of like, it's amazing that video games even get made.
Yeah.
Especially at the AAA scale.
But like what I mean by like my problem with the monologue is that like it does feel strange given that the context is that we're reliving memories from the Animus.
Yeah.
And Connor probably didn't monologue about himself in the past tense at this moment in history.
No.
So why are we hearing those thoughts?
Yeah. Because again, like
because that makes sense if like we're talking about like we're doing narrating this story after the fact, but that's not possible.
Yeah.
This can only be a recreation of his memories. It's not like he's reciting the story in a book or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like
it was like My Life as an Assassin by Regina Khatoon, aka Connor Kenway.
Like
get out of the way.
Like if they'd opened with that, of like here's old man Ron Hakkinen talking about something.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Going to the homestead.
It's like we have literally opened up on him going from a child to a teenager to an adult.
Yeah. After
it's
being assaulted by Charles Lee.
Yeah. And his fucking goons. Hatham's best buddies. Because like I don't remember Ezio doing that shit. I mean, in Revelations he did, But Revelations had the context
Well,
of...
Revelations also has he's explicitly writing in his diary.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So you have
he's explicitly, like, he's doing his monologues while he is writing a letter to Claudia.
But in 2 and in Brotherhood, he doesn't do that shit.
No, he doesn't. Like, you're reliving his memories, so...
Like, I almost feel like part of this is almost like a holdover of shit from Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Oh, they actually are trying to evoke that device, and
Hello.
In fairness, it's a great device.
Must be one of them native fellas from the.
But it doesn't work
What's
here.
it called?
Explicitly does not work in this
Right.
context.
Hi.
That is correct.
You're from that.
Must be one of them native fellers. Yep.
I mean, in fairness, like, he's very distinctly in a Native American garment. Like, this is very...
Yeah.
Like, the colonists did not wear
Yeah.
clothing like this.
No, they did not.
Which is actually, like, very well-rendered clothing now that I'm taking, like, a closer look at it.
Yeah, it's not bad. Again, like, I think
I'm
thus
sure they had
far-
guides from the Mohawk tribe to help design this.
absolutely.
I'm almost certain that was the case. I couldn't confirm,
Absolutely, because
though.
there's probably
Boorish
experts.
man.
There's probably experts that could tell you that like no two tribes probably dress the same way or something. Like
Oh, yeah. 'Cause I think it's important that they didn't get just generic Native American. They got particularly the Mohawk tribe that Connor is a part of.
Yeah, like, and
What?
like I could
Because
easily.
that is a mistake that could have easily been made.
I was told you
Yeah,
could train me.
because I could also easily
No.
believe that they specifically went with this tribe because these are people
Go
that
away.
I'm not leaving!
within the area that this game takes place in.
Yeah. And I like the way that Connor and Achilles play off each other. They ruin Achilles and Rogue, but
Which
we don't have to worry about that because we're not playing that.
Yep. No, you'll get to that.
I might not actually. I'm not entirely sure. Because like I might play Black Flag, but once like past Black Flag, I start to lose interest.
I need a place to camp.
Fuck everything after Black
And
Flag.
even then, Black Flag's a might.
God, if I could think of like the previous games to go back to, like Black Flag would be one of them though, because I remember having so like to kind of put in perspective, like I had mentioned how I talked about how I played AC3 kind of after the fact, at least by a good few
Because
years.
I played it on release.
Yeah, I played it probably a year or two later, and because again, I got this game, I got the game out of a bargain bin for $8 for a 360 copy, and it was afterward when I would start catching up on like other games, and I remember coming out of this game being like, man, fuck this game. And then
They
going
make
into
a lot of very we haven't gotten to them yet. They make a lot of very questionable choices. Well, I guess we did get to
No,
one.
we'll
Charles
get there.
Lee is
We'll
guess
get there.
one of those choices. Now that we've actually gotten to that.
Yeah.
But it kind of dovetails into other choices they make.
But then afterwards,
There
going
must
into
be
Black
another way
Flag,
in.
and not really like I tried to keep like my expectations low. Like I didn't want to have any expectation going into any of these games, and then going into Black Flag and just being like, man, like if I wasn't playing that game, I was thinking about playing that game. Like I was.
Please, all I ask is a
so
moment of
needy.
your time.
I apologize if I've been unclear
You know,
or
probably
otherwise
while I was something on
confused
Rogue,
you
I was
with
like-
my
I was like, hey, you
words.
want to do more of this
It was
shit?
never
Yeah.
my intention to mislead. So let me try to clarify. Get the hell off my land.
I like Achilles.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm coming up!
knowing what we know about him, he's got plenty of reason to be a disgruntled asshole.
Yes. Try the balcony.
I forget what had him come seek Achilles specifically.
The symbol. Like, Juno
Okay.
told him to seek out the assassin symbol.
Yeah,
and-
seek out the symbol.
And
but,
this,
like, where do you,
this is where the symbol ends up leading.
Just hear me out. What are you so afraid of?
see it on the house or something, or I don't know.
Afraid? You think I'm afraid of anything? Least of all a self-important little scab like you? Or you might dream of being a hero, of riding to rescues, of saving the world. But stay this course, and the only thing you're gonna be is dead. The world's moved on, boy. Yes,
Again,
you do
there is
too.
something to be said about, like, Connor not really seeking out Achilles because he wants revenge. It's like, no, look, the spirit lady
I will not
told me
leave!
to.
Do you hear me?
And that does eventually like.
I'm
dovetail
never
into the
leaving.
revenge.
Yes.
But that comes later. Like right now, he
Just wait, old man.
wants to like help his people.
Uh-huh.
Try again the next day.
I will not be defeated so
Yeah.
easily.
I do like that
Man.
he's a very like headstrong, like all kind of stubborn character.
The homeboy
Yeah.
believes in his quest, man. Like
I enjoy that he has like some tenacity to him.
These are
Oh,
square
yeah.
toes.
This is a good
This'll
like
be
low
easy.
stakes way of demonstrating.
That's what you
that
said
shit
last
for the
time, and
fight.
I wound up with a dead horse and a
You
dark
don't have to
eye.
like
Who are you?
be a tough guy. He can just like be.
No one you need concern yourself with, little britches.
Best cut for something bad happens.
No.
is pretty admirable.
Can't say we didn't warn ya.
Of course, we see fighters like
Boys, brothers!
it's pretty fucking brutal.
I
He
mean,
didn't hold back.
most combat is
You're only making things worse.
It's like, oh, I didn't knock you out. No, you're fucking dead.
Stones and spirits can't save you now.
I mean, you can use what they got.
yeah.
Why are you here?
Behind
What do you
now.
want?
Best ask the boss
I'm
man.
just reminded of because I'm going through Syndicate currently. Syndicate.
You
seems
working
fucking
for the
brutal.
old
You
man,
put a
then?
beat
That
down
it?
on somebody.
Maybe this will get you talking.
Oh.
It's like, I know how to
Thank
kill
you.
people.
Clean this up.
Clean this up.
I mean,
Then I suppose we should talk.